The Alabama Farmers Federation and the Alabama Farmers Cooperative proudly present Simply Southern with Jim Allen and Mary Wilson.
Hello, and thanks for joining us for Simply Southern. I'm Mary Wilson.
And I'm Jim Allen. Have you ever wondered what it's like to be a farmer? How do they decide what crops to grow? On today's show, Kevin Worthington is getting answers to those questions and others straight from an Alabama grower.
Red clay soils are unique to the Southeast, and that iron-rich soil is the key ingredient for ceramic pieces created at Alabama Clay.
Each piece is truly made with our hands and with our love, and you know, it's not from others, and it's hard sweat that we've put into it, and it makes us appreciate it that much more.
Sydney Phelps of Bonnie Plants is in the kitchen. This week's dish, herb hummus.
But up next, we'll see how a retired coal miner and a few dead trees have transformed an Alabama city park into a tourist destination.
What sustains us? Food? Family? Faith. Alabama farmers live those things every day. They conserve our resources, clothe our families, and fill our tables. They cultivate jobs for our communities and values for our future. Farmers grow it all right here in Alabama.
There's no such thing as downtime when you own a farm. This is your land. You tend it and try to get the most from it, no matter the weather or time of day. It's been that way for generations. And for generations, your local quality co-op store has been there for you, with a full range of agriculture supplies and services, from feed to fertilizer, seed to grain storage, and the right hardware for any application. You'll always find what you need, plus friendly, knowledgeable advice at your local quality co-op store. There's one near you.
As home to a leading liberal arts university, it's not surprising the work of a local artist has brought the city of Montevallo some notoriety. But Tim Tingle didn't learn his craft in a classroom. This week we'll see how a hobby he used as a way to pass time in the coal mines has transformed into an annual festival that bears his name. Orr Park in Montevallo is as lovely a city park as you could hope to find, with certain features that set it apart. For more than 20 years, visitors have made the trip to see the variety of curious wood carvings that decorate the park's tree-lined pathways.
I'll see people in the park and they'll say, yeah, I've been seeing these carvings for years, but I've never seen the fellow that does them.
That fellow would be Tim Tingle. The retired coal miner has always had a passion for working with wood. In 1993, a storm damaged many of Orr Park's majestic cedar trees. Tim was turned away when volunteering to help with cleanup, but not before noticing a tree stump resembling a horse's head.
I just waited till they left, and I came back, brought my tools, and I carved a horse head out of that stump. They just left it in the park. Thought, well, yeah, that'll show them. And nobody said anything to me about it, so I came back a few days later and carved another one. And then another one, and another one. I just kept coming back, and there was a big stir about, wonder who's doing all this. And somebody finally came to me, and they knew I was a wood carver. They said, do you know anything about these tree carvings down here? And I said, well, all I know is that they say this little elf comes out and does it at night.
Eventually he was caught. But instead of being arrested, he was put to work. Today, around 50 of Tim's carvings can be found throughout the park.
My goodness, I didn't know I'd be so busy when I retired. I'm busier now than I was when I was working.
His carvings have drawn so much attention to Montevallo that in 2018 the city named an annual festival after him.
When people think of the Tinglewood Festival, we want them to think about Montevallo and coming here and having a great day and having fun and bringing out the family and seeing some classic cars and seeing some wonderful woodwork and promoting the art of woodworking is really what we're all about.
While Tim is the star of the festival, an array of vendors and artisans showcase the diverse range of talent in the woodworking field.
One of our unique ideas was to bring out the chainsaw carvers. And they all come out from various parts of the country. We have a gentleman here from Kentucky, 2 from Kentucky, 1 from North Carolina. And so they actually create pieces for the festival. And then we auction off those pieces at the end of the day to raise money to put the festival on.
And if you're looking to meet the man himself, Tim hosts a whittling contest and sells scaled-down versions of his famous carvings at his booth. You can even buy one of the many novels he's written over the years. While he enjoys spreading his love of working with wood, all of this newfound celebrity doesn't seem to faze the former miner, who still enjoys hiding behind the curtain when he can.
There's people from all over the southeast that come here on the weekend just to see the carvings, I found out. And I like to walk up behind the group, and while they're examining one of my carvings, and I'll say, well, I bet it's gonna kill that tree. You know, I'll say something disparaging. And a couple times, boy, they run me off. They said, this is artwork. You don't understand art. Just get out of here. I have no idea it would take off like it did. I mean, it's just kind of crazy, you know. It's not anything I set out to do. It just happens. You know, it's just kind of crazy the way things happen at times, you know. It's just the right thing at the right time, I guess. And people seem to enjoy it, and that's the main thing.
The Tinglewood Festival should be rolling around again in September. So if you're looking for a good time to check out Tim's carvings and see a lot of talented woodcrafters at work, keep checking Tinglewoodfestival.com for updates.
He is such a talented guy, but now with the trees that he's carved, are all of them dead already?
He just carves into the dead parts of the trees. But he said one time he was carving in a tree and got into a bunch of carpenter ants that got into the live part of him.
Oh, ouch.
That's what he said.
I would bet. Now, when Simply Southern continues, learn the story behind Alabama Clay, a family-owned and operated company that produces one-of-a-kind ceramics.
Wear long pants, long sleeve shirts, and closed-toed shoes. Don't be ticked. Use repellents with 20% DEET on skin and 0.5% permethrin on gear and clothing. Don't be ticked. Avoid sitting on rotten logs or stumps. Don't be ticked. Protect yourself from serious tick-borne illnesses and seek timely treatment to prevent long-term problems. No hunters were angered in the making of this film.
Support healthy food from local farmers by purchasing a Farming Feeds Alabama license plate. The tag funds education and promotion efforts, including Ag in the Classroom, agricultural scholarships, and youth programs. Get your Ag tag today.
Soybean is a very versatile product. We make crayons out of it.
A lot of the combines you see rolling through the fields have a lot of plastic side panels that are made from a soy product.
The soybeans that we grow on our farm mostly goes into chicken feed.
Soybean production in Alabama employs over 10,000 people.
We grow some of the best soybeans in the world.
We go the extra mile to make sure when our name is stamped on it, we know it's the best product we can produce.
FFA makes a positive difference in the lives of students by developing their potential for premier leadership, personal growth, and career success through agricultural education.
We're strengthening American agriculture and providing our members with the skills needed to build healthy local communities, a strong nation, and a sustainable world.
We are the next generation of agriculture.
It's our turn now.
Let's show the world what we can achieve together.
We are FFA.
Some of the best things in life start with a bundle. And some of them can actually save you money. Like when you bundle your auto and life insurance with Alpha. Protect what's important to you at a price you can afford.
All for a better life.
Alpha Insurance.
All for a better life.
Ask your local agent about Alpha's auto life discount.